she all right?
She's still unconscious.
Nurse?
Go, Claudia. The doctor will explain everything to you. Is she going to be all right? I think so. She's very lucky. You can probably see her in a little while.
Okay, thanks.
I wish we knew what happened to her.
Yeah. Listen, I'll be back in a second. Billy, can you tell me anything about the Eden Capital accident?
Well, I'll tell you what I know. It isn't much. Straight hit and run. No witnesses.
Nobody saw it? No.
What are you doing here?
I'm here with Cruz. He got a call that Eden was in an accident. He asked me to come with him. Is that why you're here?
Oh, yeah, I heard you. I take it you found out what kind of accident it was.
No, he's just trying to find out. You don't know either?
Listen, we gotta talk. But first, did you tell him the story we agreed on?
Yes.
You told him we went to a motel room.
Yes.
You didn't mention Inspiration Point, right?
I told him everything that we agreed on. Why are you asking me all these questions?
He's coming.
Hello, Keith.
I heard about it on the police band. How is she?
She's unconscious but stable. I think she's going to be all right.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, thank God indeed. I'm going to talk to the man who found her in a few minutes.
Found her? Found her where?
She was hit by a car.
What?
Yeah, it was a hit and run at Inspiration Point. This guy found her lying on the highway after it happened.
Oh, my God.
Listen, I just wonder what the hell she was doing out there this time of night in the fog. Anyway, I want to talk to her doctor. Excuse me a second. You stick around, okay?
Oh, dear God, it was Eden. I hit Eden. I knew I hit something.
Yeah, I think maybe you're right.
You saw her. You must have seen her. You were the one who got out of the car and went to look. You said that there was nothing.
I didn't see anything. I thought it wasn't.
You must have seen her.
If I had seen her, I would have called for help. You think I would have left her lying there on the road?
I don't know. I don't know anything right now.
Listen, let me tell you something. You better get a grip on yourself. Because if Cruz comes back and sees you like this, he's going to put two and two together and we're sunk.
You knew it. That's why you didn't want me to say anything about Inspiration Point, isn't it?
I thought it was smarter in case we hit something.
I didn't hit just something. It was a person. It was Eden. Oh, God.
Hey, get a grip on yourself. Please.
We could have killed her. I could have committed murder right on the highway.
Didn't you hear
tonight.
what he said? She's going to be all right.
What if she saw us? What if she knows who it was?
Which is too dark. She couldn't have seen anything. He's coming.
Nurse Roberts, contact authority. Nurse Roberts.
Doctor says we can talk to her in a little while.
Excuse me, I have to go to the ladies' room. Excuse me.
Well, I guess it's time to deal with it.
What's that?
Santana told me what happened tonight.
Did she?
Now, I expect you to leave her alone from now on.
Oh, I intend to.
I don't know what kind of sport you find in chasing other men's wives, but she has made a decision, so this had better be the end of it.
Oh, listen. I know an unbeaten Castillo.
Fine. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, no, I think we're going to have to work together sometime, don't you?
Not unless absolutely necessary.
What about this case? I want to make my office available to track down the man that ran down Eden.
Thank you.
Did you find anything?
Apparently there were no witnesses, so unless Eden can tell us something or we find some physical evidence at the scene or on her clothes, it's going to be a dead end.
That's always a possibility, isn't it?
That's always a possibility.
Miss Capwell's awake now, and she's asking for you.
Dr. Engstrom, report to radiology. Dr. Engstrom.
Eden, babe, are you awake, darling? in the damnedest scrapes.
Just a big troublemaker.
I'm glad you were around to cause a little more. How do you feel? Can you tell me what happened? I mean, what were you doing out there?
I was taking a walk by the side of the road, and I heard a car horn. And then I heard a screeching sound like it was out of control. The next thing I knew, it was on top of me.
But what in the world were you doing on that highway at that time of night? Where was your car? Why were you walking?
Is it okay if I come in?
Is Santana still here?
Yeah, I'll get her.
Santana's here?
Yeah, I asked her to come with me to the hospital.
Hello, Eden. I'm glad you're all right.
You look pretty good for what you've been through.
Thanks.
I told Cruz anything my office can do to help find the guy that hit you, we'll do it. You know how this happened?
I was just going to ask her that. Did you see who did it?
Yes. I saw the car a minute before it hit me.
You remember what room?
325, right here. Yeah.
Excuse me, I need to have Miss Mother. Can you tell me how she is?
She's a very lucky young woman. Except for a couple of cuts and bruises, she'll be just fine.
Oh,
that's
great.
wonderful. Can we see her? I'd rather you waited. Inspector Castillo's with her now. He's got a couple other people in there with him. I don't want to tire her.
Thank you very much. I understand. Cruz is going to find out who did this.
Yeah. And somebody's going to be in very big trouble.
So did you see the car?
Yes. I mean, there was a lot of fog, but I saw the car for a minute before it hit me.
Santana, maybe you better wait outside.
Why, what's the harm?
This is a police matter.
No, it's okay, Chris. You can stay.
All right. So, you saw the car.
Yeah.
Can you describe it? Did you recognize the make?
Well, it was kind of blurry, but I knew it was a sedan. I'm sure of that.
Well, that hardly narrows it down.
What color was it?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Or was it dark or light?
It was dark. It was a dark sedan. But you know, there was something really familiar about it. It was like, I know the car. I've seen that car. I'm sure I've seen it before.
Listen, I shouldn't be too much longer. You want to go home?
No, that's all right. I'll wait. I'll wait here. I'm going to go get some water.
You coming?
In a minute.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, she's fine. Well, do you think we can go in now? Sure. I don't see why not.
Hey, Eden got hit at Inspiration Point tonight.
That's right.
Or was it after she saw you and Santana?
No.
Dan, it means we're going to have to set up something like that all over again?
No, we don't. We're never going to have to do it again because we didn't do it this time.
What are you talking about?
Santana and I were not at Inspiration Point.
Well, then where were you?
We were at a motel at the opposite side of town.
What were you doing there?
Not what I assumed we'd be doing. We were doing nothing. Santana dumped me. It's over.
Wait a minute. Don't give me that.
It's the truth.
You and I had a plan. We were going to wreck Santana's marriage.
You had a plan. I'm not interested in hurting Santana. And if you want to get your son back, you better come up with a plan that hurts a lot less people.
Oh, excuse me, but this newfound morality of yours is a little hard to swallow.
That's the way it is.
If you won't help me, maybe I'll go to Cruz and tell him the truth about what's been going on between you and Santana.
Why did you do that? He already knows. Santana told him. You're going to have to find somebody else to blackmail.
Santana! What are you doing here? I hope you don't consider yourself a friend of Eden.
Neither are you, and you're here.
I like her. She just doesn't like me.
Do you want something, Tina?
Just a little friendly conversation. Where have you been?
I've been here since I brought Eden in.
Where were you before that?
It's none of your business.
Yes, it is. Everything you do is my business. As long as you're raising my son. And I don't think cheating on your husband is a very healthy thing for him.
Look who's talking about cheating. You're practically a professional at it.
So where does Loverboy take you?
Just get away from me.
No! My guess is Inspiration Point.
You're wrong.
Am I? Then where were you?
We were at a motel. Not that it matters because it's over with Keith and me.
A motel? People usually start affairs at motels. They don't end them there,
But we
Santana.
are an exception to the rule.
What motel?
What does it matter?
Just tell me the name of it.
What's the difference what motel it was?
Because I don't believe this motel stuff. Why don't I believe it,
I
Santana?
have no idea.
Why do I keep thinking Inspiration Point?
Why do you, Gina? I told you that we were nowhere near there.
Did you get a look at the taillights when it pulled away? Were they unusually shaped or marked or anything?
Well, they were kind of big, squarish.
Probably recent make. That's how they make them now. How about the inside of the car? Was there just a driver in there, or did you see a passenger or passengers?
Oh, I don't know. I do only remember hearing one car door slam.
What do you mean they actually stopped the car and got out?
Well, I don't know. I assume so. I don't remember seeing anybody. I don't know why I just kept going in and out. The last thing I remember is the car just pulling away.
Well, if they stopped the car, they must have known they hit you. Or something. And if they actually got out, then they would have seen you lying there on the road.
And they just drove away? Who on earth would do something like that?
Well, whoever it was, I hope to hell we can find them.
Sorry I can't be more help.
I hardly think you have to apologize, John. This wasn't your fault. He's right, Eden. I guess that's it for now. I'll ask some more questions later if I can think of anything.
Okay.
I think you better get some sleep.
I agree. Just take care of yourself.
Thanks. Thanks for coming.
I'll be back in a few minutes, but I'm not taking a step out of this hospital until you're asleep.
Okay, Mama.
Listen, if you remember anything at all, no matter how insignificant it might seem or what time of night it is, you call me, okay?
I will.
Thank God you're all right. I was really worried about you.
Hate to see what I did to that car.
You always told me you were tough. If you're not careful, I'm going to have to start believing you. Well, I better call this in.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. You know, I thought Cruz was a better cop than that.
What do you mean?
You know, he forgot the most obvious question of all. What were you doing at Inspiration Point on a foggy night?
I was taking a walk. It's real peaceful around the shore at night. At least most of the time.
Yeah, it's also dangerous for a woman alone.
Yeah, well, I guess I found that out the hard way, right?
Well, I'm just glad it wasn't more serious than it was.
Are you?
How could you ask a question like that? Well, listen, I don't care what you think about me, but I still want to be friends.
Guess anything's possible.
Well, you get your rest.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, what's that?
No one asked you where you were tonight. Care to tell me?
So why are you so interested in my social life?
Just curious.
Really? How about potentially jealous?
Never.
Oh, come on. Come on. Let my fantasies live. Come on. Just a little bit, you care? No?
I care where you were.
Okay, I'll spill. First, you gotta tell me what you were doing out near the point.
I was taking a walk. Walking's not a crime, is it?
Not in my book.
So where were you?
Well, as you must know, I was out with a friend of the female persuasion. And the rest you'll have to wait until my diary gets published. Now, your doctor says you need rest, so, gonna have to go. But listen, if you do ever decide to go out to Inspiration Point again, why don't you give me a call? You know? Safer with a friend.
You left one minor detail out of your alibi.
Are you still here?
You said you checked into a motel. Which motel? Name it.
You know what they said curiosity did to the cat? It also does it to people.
Did it try to do it to Eden tonight?
What are you concocting in that evil little mind of yours?
Just tell me the name of the motel, Keith.
Okay, if you must know, it is, the Breeze Cottages on Shore Road. Call them up. Check it out.
If it's one more lie, I'll be back. Why did you do that? Didn't you think she'd check?
Of course she'll check.
Find out that it's a lie.
When are you going to learn to trust me? I've taken care of everything. Least of our problems is Gina Capwell.
Timmons. Yes, Keith Timmons. You would have checked in with a woman with dark hair. People think she's attractive. You did? Are you sure there's no mistake? What time did he register? No, but that's okay. Thank you for everything. I don't know if I could stand much more of this.
Just stick to our story and everything will be all right.
Eden already half recognized the car.
A dark sedan with big taillights. 5,000 or 10,000 cars are like that in Santa Barbara.
Yes, and I've got one parked right in my garage. Keith, I can't even look at Cruz.
Something, if you don't calm down, you're going to spend 5 or 10 years in jail.
He could have killed her.
But we didn't. Forget about what happened tonight. Don't blow it.
I was out at the beach bar and I didn't see anything, so I left. That's when I got hit, thanks to you. What do you mean, thanks to me? You're the one who sent me out there. I'm standing around. Where were you? Where were you tonight? Look, I don't like what you're insinuating, Eden. You were the only one who knew I was out there. You always said you'd get back at me. Wait a minute. That's before we started understanding one another. Wouldn't go too far. You know I would never do that to you. Yeah, Daddy might disagree. Eden, you know why I sent you out there. It's okay, Gina. Forget it. What do you mean, forget it? You just accused me of running you down. Okay, forget it. I'm sorry I even said anything. I wonder who did run you down. Probably some drunk or some kid who got scared. It hasn't been our day, has it? Why? Somebody try to kill you, too? No. I mean, our plan didn't work. We tried to ruin one little marriage, not a very good one at that. And look what happens. I'll probably never get Brandon back at this rate.
If Santana is cheating on Cruz, you'll find out about it, Gina.
Brandon will probably be collecting Social Security by then.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll never know if Keith and Santana were really out there together, will we?
Apparently they weren't.
They weren't?
Keith told me they checked into a motel. So I called up and checked with the desk clerk. He said they were there. That's what he told me anyway.
They were at a hotel?
And worse news, apparently they broke up tonight. That means we can't use them to break up Cruz and Santana. It's been a rotten day all the way around. My niece is treating me like a disease. My son is being raised by an unfit mother. And all of America's on a health kick. They aren't buying cookies. They're trying to kick the cookie habit.
Well, I guess there's only one thing to do.
But I only have an electric oven.
I mean, take a nice hot bath. After all, Scarlet, tomorrow is another day.
You're right. Maybe I'll try that.
What does she want?
She was asking me how I was. Can you believe it?
I believe anything at this point. I didn't want to press you in front of everyone else, but what were you doing up there?
I was taking a walk.
Why Inspiration Point?
I like it. I think it's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta ask you, is there any reason to think you might have been hit on purpose? You don't waste any time, do you?
No, the doctor said I could rest just as well at home. Rick and Mom are waiting for me.
Want some help with that?
Thanks. I'm really sore.
You know, you remind me of Lois Lane sometimes. You always seem to find trouble wherever you go.
And where were you tonight when I really needed you, huh?
Well, I think I left my cape at the cleaners. I must be slipping.
Oh, you can't be everywhere.
Are you familiar with the concept of zippers? It's a great advancement in human relations.
Thank
Just a
you.
second. There.
Ow, my hair.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
So, you want to tell me what you're really doing out there tonight?
I told you I was just walking.
It sounded like it might have been something you didn't want to say in front of the other people.
No,
Congratulations. I hear there's spring in you.
No. Not exactly. The doctor was just in here a second ago and didn't like the looks of one of her x-rays. He's asked her to stay overnight for observation. And I'd like to post a guard outside this room.
Are you sure that's necessary?
I'd like to err on the side of safety if it's all the same to you, man. I mean, she was like in some dangerous situations in Mexico, 2 weeks ago, you know.
You're right. Now listen, you want me to send a man over?
No, I'll handle it.
Well, I guess you got dressed a little early, huh?
yeah, I guess so.
I'll be right back.
All right, I'll take care of her.
Are you ready to leave?
No, not yet. But why don't you head on out and I'll meet you home in an hour.
Why? What's wrong?
I'm not sure. I'm just playing a hunch, but I gotta set something up.
Is it Eden?
Yeah, but it won't take long.
Oh, what's the problem?
Well, for starters, I'm gonna have a guard posted outside the room.
A guard? I thought it was an accident.
Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
Cruz, will you please tell me what's going on?
I'll tell you one thing. I'm gonna make damn sure that whatever happened tonight doesn't happen again. Somebody may have tried to kill her. I'm about to let that somebody have a second chance.
What's up?
Maybe something. A woman with no ID was driving under the influence, and we picked her up near the scene of the hit and run.
All right, that could be...
Her car matches the basic description you gave us.
You go to the police station? Listen, I'll go with you.
No, thanks, Keith. I'd rather you went alone. I have a few loose ends to tie up around here.
Oh, well. I'll say goodnight then. You have sweet dreams.
Thanks.
Be in touch.
Yeah. Listen, would you mind stepping outside for a little while, please? Thank you.
What is it you exactly had in mind?
Well, not what you're smiling about.
Oh, you really know how to hurt a girl.
You know, forgive me. Maybe I'm a little too amazed that you keep going along with me like this.
About what?
Well, about that guard. I mean, I thought you were going to give me all kinds of flack about that.
You really make me sound attractive sometimes.
Well, and about staying here instead of going home tonight?
Well, that I'm not too crazy about. I mean, do you really think it's necessary?
Well, I don't think it's enough, actually. I'm going to put you someplace where nobody knows you'll be. How'd you like to take a little trip?
To where?
How about I tell you on the way? Are you willing to leave right now?
All right. What's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
What do you mean, what's wrong with me?
Where's the argument?
Well, I'm not going to argue with you. I like going places with you. See, this will teach you. Sometimes I let you tell me exactly what to do.
I don't believe this. This is twice in one night. Not a word. Not one word. There's got to be some kind of record. It's on the board.
Thanks for driving me.
It's all part of the service, ma'am.
I'm saying goodbye to you.
It won't be for long.
I guess there are worse places to hide out than the Caribbean.
You kidding? I wouldn't... I'll call your family and tell them you're safe.
Would you tell Mama I want to work on the wedding as soon as I get back?
Yes, I will. And remember, don't call anybody until I call you first. We don't want anybody to find out where you are. You see how easy life can be? Watch how much I can do for you if you just cooperate.
You know, you're mistaking me for a pushover.
It was too good to be true. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, you should be getting home.
Yeah.
Bye, Cruz.